guys, today is Friday, so I'm going to be doing a Friday favorites video. I have a lot of things I want to cover, mostly because I tried to record a favorites last week, but it was crazy thunderstorming, so I basically just scrapped it, and so now all of those favorites are kind of rolling over. First up is a little bit of exciting news, at least for me. So it's not really a favorite, but it's something that I'm enjoying. As many of you know, I absolutely love Book Riot. I talk about them quite often on this channel, and I do their quarterly unboxings, but the exciting news is that I'm actually going to be a contributor to their website, which is super exciting. I don't have all of the details quite yet, and I'm not 100% sure what I can and can't say about it, but I do have a post up that went up on Thursday, so I will link to that down in the description. And for all future posts and things like that, feel free to follow either Book Riot on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, whatever your preference is, and you can always follow me on Twitter or Tumblr. I'll be sharing things there as well. So I'm really excited about that because, like I said, I love that website, and being able to do content for them is kind of awesome. Next up is The Good Wife, which if you aren't watching, I'm going to do my best not to give away any spoilers, but they had a major twist in the middle of their season about 2 weeks ago, and it drastically affects everything. Everything on the show is going to be changing, and I kind of love it. I almost made an entire vlog just talking about The Good Wife because the twist was so shocking. I couldn't believe what had happened. But I have to say that this is one of those shows that has been on the air. I think this is their 4th season, and I think outside of their 2nd season, which was a little bit shaky, I just absolutely adore this show. I love everyone on this show. Even the people that you're rooting for aren't really necessarily the greatest people. At the same time, they have enough goodness to them that it doesn't make me absolutely hate them. Like, I know that morally ambiguous characters are rather prevalent throughout like cable TV shows, but I don't watch a lot of those shows because I feel like they take it too far and just make them anti-heroes, and I still kind of enjoy watching heroes. I highly recommend the show if you haven't already been watching. I believe some of the early seasons are on Netflix. I think it's absolutely great. It has Juliana Margulies and what's-his-face Big from Sex and the City. I don't know what his real name is at the top of my head. It has Josh Charles, who I absolutely adore. I've like loved him since childhood. Yeah, the cast is just superb. Everyone's acting is phenomenal. The writing is on point. It's probably the best drama on network TV, if not one of my favorite dramas, period. And speaking of Netflix, Netflix is one of my favorite things this month. My relationship with Netflix goes back and forth based on, you know, what they have available and things like that. Obviously, not everything is available all the time, but Netflix added a lot of really awesome things at the beginning of April. One, they added Mean Girls, which, oh, so great. I haven't rewatched it yet on Netflix. One of my friends wants to do a Mean Girls party for their 10th anniversary of the release, which I'm super excited about. 2 is A League of Their Own, which if you follow me on Twitter, you saw me freak out about that, and I definitely watched it last weekend. And it's still fantastic. Gina Davis, Tom Hanks, it's just A+. And also Bob's Burgers season 3 is finally on Netflix, and I'm so excited because I've been waiting. That's the only season I haven't watched yet, and so now I have like 23 episodes of Bob's Burgers to watch. Well, less than that now because I've watched a couple already. Next is a band called To Kill a King. I went and I saw Bastille in concert last Monday. They're doing their next leg of their European tour, and they came to Chicago, and their opening act this time around is this band called To Kill a King. Basically, they're like a rock band. They're from England, and they are friends of, you know, the guys from Bastille, which is one of the reasons why they're touring with them this time around in America. I've kind of known about them for a while just because I'm crazy obsessed with Bastille, and if you follow everything Bastille, you will eventually get led to Kill a King. So I checked them out before, and I, you know, enjoyed the stuff that they had out in America, and they are finally releasing their full-length album in America. It's coming out in 2 weeks. I was slightly on the fence about whether or not I was going to buy their album, but then I saw them live, and they were fantastic. I actually saw them Sunday night, the night before the Bastille concert. They were doing their own little show in this super tiny bar. You know, less than 50 people there probably at the show, but they were just absolutely fantastic. They had so much energy. Their harmonies and their vocals are just on point. They remind me kind of like The National a little bit. Like I said, their full-length album comes out in 2 weeks. I bought a copy because they had them available at their shows, and I was listening to it literally like nonstop for a week. It was my go-to car CD. I wasn't even listening to Spotify or anything like that because that album is just really, really good. It's just really good. I will leave links down below to some of their music videos so you guys can check them out that way, but it's a really good album. There's like 16 or 18 songs on it too, so it's a nice long album too, so you're not gonna get sick of anything really quick. And then finally, I always like to do a little booktuber shout out, and so the booktuber that I'm shouting out this week is Rincey. I've been subscribed to her for a little while now, and I really enjoy the content she puts out. First of all, she seems like the sweetest girl in the entire world. She's not a girl, she's in college, but you know, she just seems like super nice. Like if you met her randomly, she would be like the nicest person you ever met, which honestly I have to say is like one of the great things to see in a YouTuber. Like I like that sort of genuine happiness that comes across on camera, and that sort of enthusiasm and just happiness just translates over to when she's talking about books, which again is something that I really appreciate. Last time I checked, she only had like 600 something subscribers, which really shocked me because I definitely think she deserves like at least 1,000 if not more. The majority of the books that she reads is YA, but I think she adds in enough adult like contemporary type stuff that I necessarily don't get bored of it. But again, I'm also someone who likes YA, so if that's something that you enjoy, definitely check her out. Again, her channel link will be down in the description if you guys are interested. So yeah, those are all the things I wanted to talk about this week. Feel free to leave your comments down below letting me know what you've been enjoying. Do you like any of the things that I talked about, or do you hate them? I sometimes wonder if I talk about something on here and people are like, ugh, that's the worst thing ever. So yeah, that's all I have for now. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.